Hi everyone, this is Kevin Flynn here with Gaiam. We're bringing you spine strength and flexibility in this next series. I hope you enjoy it.
Welcome to your 20-minute practice. We'll be working on our spine today. Start off laying down, one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. As you inhale, fill your belly, fill your ribs, fill your chest, and exhale all the way out. Let's begin Ujjayi breath. Rest your tongue at the roof of your mouth and create a gentle constriction in the back of your throat. Ideally, this breath sounds a little bit like ocean waves or Darth Vader, but you're breathing in a way that there's a bit of texture to your breath. So from here on out, in and out through the nose. Inhale, breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set up dynamic bridge. Bring a bend into your knees. Make sure knees and feet are hip distance apart. With your inhale, lift your hips and sweep your arms to the earth behind you. And with your exhale, lower your hands and your hips back down to the earth. Again, inhale, lift your hips, sweep your arms to the earth behind you. Exhale, lower hands and hips back down. Inhale, lift and sweep. Fill all the way up with as much air as you can. And exhale, slowly lower back down. Last round, inhale, sweep up. Maybe go a little bit higher this time. Press your feet down to lift your hips just an inch higher. And exhale, slowly lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. Flex your toes towards your shin. And move your hips to the right 2 or 3 inches. Drop your knees over to the left. We'll move breath to movement here in our supine twist. So inhale, bring your gaze and legs back to center. Exhale, drop your knees over to the right. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, take it to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. And exhale to the right. Inhale, bring your gaze and your legs back to center. One more time to the left. Inhale, center. And one more time to the right. Inhale back to center. And let's find a pelvic tilt here. Hug your knees into your chest. Just rock and roll your lower back forward and back for a moment. And then rock along the length of your spine a few times. And we'll find our way into tabletop position. Move to all fours. Bring your wrists under your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Be sure that your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin. And exhale, arch your back, round your chin into your chest. Gaze to your belly button. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin. Exhale, arch your back, round your chin into your chest. Again, inhale, belly down, shoulders back, gaze up. Exhale, arch your back, draw your chin to your chest, press your hands as deep down as you can. Inhale, shoulders back, hips up as high as possible. Exhale, arch your back, round your chin to chest, press vigorously into the mat. Find your way back to embryo pose. Bring your knees and your feet together, sit your hips to your heels, and let your hands rest face up. One breath. Inhale, make your way to tabletop. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Spread your fingertips wide, press your chest back towards your thighs. Inhale, gaze forward. And exhale, travel to the top. Find a halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Grab the back of your calves and draw your nose towards your shins. Each inhale, think of length in your spine. And each exhale, use the strength of your arms to pull a little bit closer. Again, inhale for length. And exhale to squeeze a little bit tighter. With your next inhale, find a halfway lift. And an exhale to forward fold, draw your nose to shins. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, open twist to the right. This one can be tricky. We want to make sure that right hip is pulling forward, left hip is pulling back. Be sure that your hips are facing towards the front of your mat. Option to have a bend in your elbows or to reach straight. With your next inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, open up to the left. Again, pull right hip back and left hip forward. Power comes from your hips and torso. Inhale, sweep back open. Exhale, cactus back bend, lift your heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and pull yourself up and to the right. Inhale here. Go a little bit deeper. Inhale, bring it back to center, arms up. Exhale, switch your hands and pull up and to the left. Breathe. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Draw your nose towards your shins. Find a halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, just make your way down to your belly. We're setting up locust pose. So bring your hands by your hips with your palms facing down. And here we'll lift everything up. Inhale, raise. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Reach your fingertips to the back. Reach your toes to the back. Shoulders away from your ears. Deepen your breath. Last inhale, and slowly release. Send your gaze to the right side. And find your way back to embryo. Knees and feet together, sit your hips to your heels, forehead to the earth. Deepen your breath. Grab your blocks or your blanket, and we're setting up supported forward fold, also known as caterpillar if found in a yin practice. Just make sure that your knees are supported by the blocks. If you don't have any props, then that's totally fine. A regular forward fold will do. Drape your torso over your legs and add just the smallest amount of effort to getting yourself forward. And then let breath and time and gravity do the work. Fill up with your inhale. Fold deeper with your exhale. Inhale, lift your torso. And exhale, slowly make your way down to your back. We're setting up supported bridge, so keep your blocks nearby. You will need blocks for this posture. Before we set up supported bridge, just allow yourself a moment to let your back be flat and come back to neutral. With your next inhale, lift your hips. Be sure that your tailbone will be supported by the block or blocks. If you feel too much of a stretch, try setting up your block at a lower setting. If you don't feel a stretch yet, lift your block to a higher setting. Stay here longer, or if you want a deeper stretch, then extend your legs to the front of your mat. Keep in mind this is just an option, only do it if it feels good. Fill yourself with air and exhale out. Fill. Exhale out. If your legs are extended, slowly bring a bend into your knees. Make sure knees and feet are hip distance apart. Lift your hips off of the block. Keep your hips lifted. And slowly roll down vertebra by vertebra from the top of your spine down to the base of your spine. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. And let's find happy baby. Grab your feet or your ankles and pull your hands into your feet downward. And press your feet upwards towards the ceiling or towards the sky. We want this pulling and pushing to continue. And let's find supine twist. Move your hips to the right. You have the option to put support underneath your legs for a supported twist. Gaze over your right shoulder, as long as your neck is okay with that. Fill up with air. And deepen your twist. Again, fill up. And breathe out. 2 more breaths. Bring your gaze and your legs back to center. Counter stretch if you'd like. And then when you're ready, move your hips to the left and drop your knees over to the right for our final supine twist. Option to put pressure from your right hand into your left knee. Maybe gaze over your left shoulder. Fill your chest with air. And breathe out of your belly. Inhale, fill. Breathe out of your belly. Again. All the way out, exhale. Next inhale, bring your gaze and your legs back to center. Counter stretch. We'll get into a posture called legs up the wall, also known as waterfall pose. You can either choose to find your way to a wall and just get your legs up, or if you're comfortable on your mat, put the block underneath your lower back just as we did with supported bridge. But this time, raise your legs all the way up. It might take a little bit of effort to keep your legs overhead, unless you're on the wall. But just allow yourself to relax as much as you can. Inhale, fill your belly, fill your chest, fill the top of your head. Exhale down to your tailbone. Inhale, fill your belly, fill your chest, fill the top of your head. Exhale out of your tailbone. One more time, inhale, fill. All the way out. And slowly return your legs to the earth. Counter stretch if necessary. We'll set up for Shavasana unless there's any other posture that you'd like to do before we finish it up. If you are ready to bring a close to your physical practice, then bring your feet to the edges of your mat. Let your feet splay open to the sides of the room. Let your hands rest by your sides with your palms face up. Take a last cleansing breath. Let it go. And allow yourself to absorb your practice. Start to deepen your breath. Bring gentle movement into your fingertips and toes, into your hands and your feet, your arms and your legs. Take a stretch for the front and back. And hug your knees into your chest. Roll to your favorite side. Allow your bottom arm to act as a pillow for your head. Take a cleansing breath. And slowly help yourself into a seated position. Any comfortable seat is good. Take a moment to notice your spine. With your next inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. And draw your hands to heart center. I hope that this practice has found your spine feeling good and mobile. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.